Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a great day just like I am. I'm super excited. One of my longtime friends, Gloria, said that she's going to be in Alaska. So I get to see her tonight. So I got to admit, I'm really excited about that. And I just encourage all of you to foster those great friendships that you've had. One thing I love about Gloria, we don't talk often, but whenever we do, it's like we pick up right where we left off and laugh like schoolgirls. So Glo, I'm super excited to see you. So here's what I'd like you to do. As always, let me know where you're joining me from. I have a special guest with me today. I got to tell you, I don't really know her that well either, but here's what happened is I saw that hey, Sarah, welcome, girl. I saw that she posted something on Facebook about, natural makeup. And that's something that I've been more and more concerned about is like, what is this stuff I'm putting on my face? And so I did what every smart entrepreneur does. And I just immediately took action. And I Facebook, I said, I want to get to know you. And I have questions that I want you to answer. And I'm a firm believer. And I said this to Trina before we went live, in my life, I just have always believed that if I have questions, there's got to be at least one other person who has a similar question. So I'll solve my challenges publicly, whether it's been weight loss in my life or learning new things about entrepreneurialism or marriage or raising kids or whatever. And so that's what's happened with Trina. So I got to tell you, I know her just as much as you do. And so I'm super excited. And I just asked that, hey, Kelly, welcome. That if you have questions, and I see my brother, hey, Bob, if you have questions, type them in the comment section. If you have questions about natural makeup or who Trina is, and I'm going to try and find out as much as I possibly can. And I ask you to help me as well. So Trina, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks, Barbara, for having me. So exciting. I love talking. I love talking on Facebook and interacting with people. So the more questions you have, the better this is going to be.
Awesome. I'm super pumped and let us get to know you. So how did you get into all things natural? And then let's jump into and first, where are you joining us from?
So I'm in Akron, Ohio. So it's south of Cleveland.
Oh, so we didn't even talk about this before, but I was born and raised in Milan, Michigan, which is 22 miles from the state line, just north of Toledo.
Well, I was born in Toledo.
Oh my goodness. Like all of these connections already. How cool is that?
That's cool.
And my brother joining us still lives in Milan, exit 22, and Kelly Milano joining us. She's in northern Michigan. So we're all kind of in that same neck of the woods. So how did you get into all things natural?
All things natural. So I've always been a natural girl. I've always loved physical fitness, health, beauty, all that. But I was a registered nurse, actually a certified registered nurse anesthetist. And I was a true believer that what you are or what you eat becomes you. And so basically, to make a really long story short, I ended up discovering that there are a lot of toxins in skincare through a miscarriage. I suffered a miscarriage when I was 39 years old, and I was just kind of astounded and not sure why it could happen. As a nurse, I know that, it could be biological or it could be something else. So I just wanted to really make sure everything was good. So I started to really tune into everything in my environment, because I figured if there's anything I can change, it's my environment, right? So I started to look at everything in my environment, and I was really lucky after I suffered my miscarriage that I got pregnant very quickly again, and I was right at that 7-week mark where I had miscarried, and so I was really, really focused on things, and I was getting ready, and it really started with my makeup. It started with my what do you want to call it? Not my foundation, but my moisturizer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was my moisturizer. So I was washing my face, and I happened to glance down at my moisturizer, and it was from an organic company. It was from a company that I trusted to be natural. And then I saw all these things in it that I knew were toxins. And at that moment, it just blew me away that, I could take such good care of myself. And how can they put these things in cosmetics? So that one thing led to just an eye-opening experience of looking at everything I was using. And I was just floored that there's toxins in every single beauty product men and women and children use every single day. They're neurotoxins. They can disrupt your endocrine system. They can mimic estrogen, which then can cause lots of problems with fertility, cancers, all sorts of things. And I was just blown away by that. So I started making my own products. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to be one of those geeky people that says if I can't make it myself, I'm not going to use it. So I started making a lot of things. And then I everything was working really, really well. When I was 39 years old, I had a face full of acne and I had tons of scars and my skin looked horrible. And it was blowing my mind that within 6 months, my skin had cleared up and it was really starting to look good. So, I started giving it to people, what I was making, all of my skincare products, and people were having the same results. And then I started a company because I figured, you know what, if it's working for me and I love it, I have to gift it to other people. And I have to use my knowledge to make beauty products. As a nurse, my mission is to make them to heal the body so that your body can actually function the way it's supposed to. And not be fooled or tricked or under the influence, I like to say under the influence of toxins and drugs that we are putting on our skin.
So you chiropractors that are with me, this lady, like, she's got it going on, right? Like, I suffered a miscarriage because of toxicity, and I want people to be healthy from the inside out. Like she's saying our message. So that is super, super awesome, Trina. So I want to go back and, like, number one, tell you I'm so sorry that you suffered a miscarriage. By God's grace, I haven't been through one, but I know lots of individuals, lots of women who have, and it's heart-wrenching. And, all of you who go on beyond that, I think, are champions. And I'm so thankful to see that you've used something that was tragic for you in order to turn it around and change it for other women and really throw love and health forward. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So nurse anesthetist to natural living entrepreneur.
Yes.
How did you just know when you had a miscarriage that it had to be from the toxicity from your makeup?
Well, I didn't know exactly what it's from, but I was healthy. I've always been physically fit. I've always been someone who tended to eat a natural diet. I didn't eat a lot of preservatives or processed foods. So when I suffered the miscarriage, the only thing that really made sense besides, being a biological, I was 39, so it could have been a biological problem. But besides that, I figured, the only thing I can control is my environment, which actually, believe it or not, then controls internally, which you guys all know. Everybody out there as a chiropractor, you know that no matter what you do on the outside, it always controls your inside. And especially with skincare, your skin is your largest organ. And we all know that it absorbs things. It absorbs toxins through the air as we are breathing, polluted air and all of that environmentally. But more, and that we can't control, but you can control what you put on your skin, which actually becomes absorbed, just like all the medications like nitroglycerin and things like that we put topically. Your skincare is being absorbed into your skin. And if you're not happy, I like to tell people this, look at your skin. Your skin is the organ God gave you to see and to know what's going on, because your organ is a reflection of everything else inside your body. So if your skin doesn't look good, if it's prematurely aging, showing signs of like wrinkles and discolorations and things like that before you think it should be, or if it's just not looking healthy, you burn real easy, or you have a lot of breakouts, or you have eczema, psoriasis, that could be something indicating internally there's something not right. That's your skin and your body trying to tell you something. And it's a reflection of your other organs. So if your skin's not healthy, imagine what your heart and your liver and your lungs and everything else looks like that you can't really get your eyes on.
Nice. I love that it's a reflection of the inside showing on the outside. And something I love that you said too was we've become so conditioned, I feel like, in our society that all of these things are normal. Like I remember times that people would come into my office, patients would come into my office and be like, I just have the normal headaches. And I'm like, normal headaches? Like, that's abnormal. Like, any disease is abnormal. That is not how God designed your body. You were designed to be well. You're designed to be vibrant, to function well, to be at your optimum potential. So any of that other than is not normal. So let's go all the way back to when people are first supposedly, it's okay to have bad complexion. And I think of the teenage years. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about the teenage years and what typically is happening from your perspective and what you've studied on the inside, such that these kids are hitting puberty and then it's like zit city.
Well, you know, and I suffered from acne, so I have this big heart for people, even especially adults, because you think you're supposed to be over it when you're in your 30s or 40s and you're still not. That was me. But you have to remember that it's a big picture. So it's not just your skincare. It's not just your diet. There's a lot of factors that go into everything that make you up. So you have to remember diet and, things people don't realize. I had a customer one time who suffered from acne for a really, really, really long day. Yes, I love that it's estimated that women use close to 309 toxic chemicals a day. Yes, that is so true. It's so true. It's in everything. But she was still breaking out and she wasn't sure why. And so one of the things I told her is that nuts, like almonds, a lot of people that go on like a paleo diet or a healthy diet still eat nuts, but almonds and cashews and walnuts, things like that can cause acne. So she cut the almonds. She was eating almonds. She cut almonds out and her acne went away. So she was like flabbergasted. But milk products, any dairy products can cause acne. Sugar obviously is a problem or can cause acne for some people. And then nightshades is another thing, like peppers and things like that the nightshades can cause acne. So think about we all think chocolate, but there's other things that you might be eating every single day that could possibly be causing your body. It's like a reaction. It's almost like an allergy to some sort of food. Don't forget medications can also, it disrupts things in your body. Every time you take something, it causes some sort of change. So medications, not to stop them, but just to know that there's a possibility. Hormones can cause it, stress, sleep, all sorts of things can cause. As far as kids go, I usually tell people, I have a basic package that I started. It's called the Bare Face Package. It has a face wash and a moisturizer. What I usually tell people is for teenagers, a lot of the ingredients in especially acne products, but in all skincare are irritants to your skin.
Yeah.
And they irritate your skin and that could cause acne. So, and here's the other thing. When you're washing with soaps that have SLS in them or triclosan, those are common ingredients. Those are also allergens, but they also strip away your natural oil. Your natural oil is there to protect you. It helps keep your natural bacteria that live and fight the bad bacteria that causes acne and rosacea and all those other problems. It keeps it on your skin to fight off the bad bacteria. So if you're stripping all of that away, you're dehydrating your skin, and then you're forcing all these chemicals into your skin. It's such an imbalance that it's a no wonder all the teenagers have acne. Most teenagers can get away with a face wash and my moisturizers that have very simple ingredients in them because they allow your body to reproduce a natural sebum, which will then allow your natural bacteria to grow and live and help fight off bad bacteria. So that's the basis. When I created all my products, my idea behind them was get your body back to normal. Everybody knows. Yeah. I mean, that's what, everybody that you work with, all you chiropractors who I absolutely love, I see mine regularly. Totally. That's exactly what you're trying to do. Go back to the mainstream normal for your body. Everybody, your body always wants to go back to normal. And we do such a good job of messing that up.
Such a great job. And our body is constantly trying to maintain homeostasis, what's normal, right? But if we're throwing 300, what was it, Kelly? 309 toxic chemicals at it. And then we add stress, and then we add pollutants, and then we add, all of these other things. Like, come on, it can only take so much. And so then, just like teenage years, right? Like all of a sudden kids start developing. And it's like, what are all of these things, right? And then trying to fit in with everybody else, and who am I? But then the in crowd is doing this, but I want to do this. And so it just puts them in such a state of chaos, right? That their body's out of balance, their nerve system isn't adapting appropriately. Then their largest organ, we start putting all of this other stuff on that now it's in complete disarray. So just like with chiropractic, get back to basics. Let's locate, analyze, and correct vertebral subluxation that is going on in all parts of their body. So natural products then make it so that your body isn't having to neutralize all of those chemical stressors. So let's talk for a minute about, hey, Melinda, welcome. And Tara, great to see you, doll. I'm trying to think. Okay, so that's Kelly, Kirsten. Oh, Kirsten, sorry, it's Kirsten and not Bob. Let's talk about, like in our food supply, what are there 70 some different names for MSG, right? So you can think that you're doing the right thing, and yet there's like a new name. I remember Lizette, Dr. Lizette, if you join now or later, hey, we were at a conference in Mexico, and we were talking about this makeup line, and it was like advertised as all natural. And she and I were, well, I wasn't laughing. She was laughing because she knew more about it than I did. And she said, hey, Trina, she said, do you know, as long as it starts with natural products, they can manipulate those natural products however much they want. And in the end, it's not even close to being natural, but they can call it all natural. So give us like your ninja secrets about, hey, ladies, hey, men, what it says to be natural. These are things you need to look for because it may not be natural. Take us on that journey.
I can take you. Yeah, I can give you a couple of the big names, but you'll be shocked at my number one, my opinion of the most toxic ingredient in your skincare. But let me first, I'll walk you down a couple of the most popular that you've probably heard of. So phthalates, phthalates are, they're disruptive to the endocrine system and hormone system. They can lead to reproductive and neurological damage. And they're usually put in to keep things soft. So they're almost in everything, like deodorants and moisturizers. They're in a ton of things. Lead is commonly found in a lot of products, including makeup. Makeup is probably one of the most, has the highest level of lead. And you know what? Lead toxicity is awful. It's just horrible. Heavy metal toxicity. I've done a bunch of talks with a bunch of chiropractors as well. I don't know if you know Dr. Pompa, but I've done talks with him. And, heavy metal toxicity is, we don't even investigate it. Like it could be so simple to get rid of and cure and get, detoxify. And it's not even brought up at your doctor's office. So, makeup is a very high, always has high lead. Formaldehyde or ingredients that release formaldehyde. The problem with a lot of ingredients that are toxic is your body converts them and breaks them down, as we all know, into other ingredients or other products. And formaldehyde can be a byproduct of a lot of these products. PEG compounds, or they're called PEGs, are petroleum-based compounds. They're usually used to soften cosmetics, but they also are like cancer-causing endocrine disruptors and all sorts of things like that. Butylated compounds are also ingredients that can be found in not just makeup and skincare, but all sorts of things. And parabens are another big one. The other big one is fragrance. Fragrance, if you ever see fragrance in a product, I would urge you to run the other way. Fragrance is a trade secret that a company doesn't have to disclose what creates or makes up that fragrance. So there could be 20 different compounds that make up that specific fragrance for that product. And all you'll see on there is fragrance. And basically what they do is there's a database of around 3,500 chemicals, and most of those are all cancer causing. They're allergens. So they might be what's causing you to have allergy symptoms and you don't even know it. Here's a really good point that most people don't realize. If you think, oh, I buy the unscented, most ingredients that are put in commercial skincare are so, like, the chemicals smell so bad that even if it's unscented, you have to make sure it doesn't have a fragrance, because most of the time it has a fragrance to neutralize that bad odor. Otherwise, you wouldn't use it. So those are the most common. Let me see if I'm missing any. Those are probably the most common ones that you're aware of or that you might have heard or seen. Talc and mica are also in a lot of makeup products. Propylene glycol is also, which has been linked to cancer and reproductive issues, allergies, immunotoxicity, neurotoxicity, and contact dermatitis. So, and rashes. So all of these
Holy
things.
cow.
I know. And we're putting, like we said, we're putting on, like, most women will put on between 12 and 14 beauty products a day. And when I talk about beauty products, it's all your makeup, it's all your hair products, it's your toothpaste, it's your mouthwash, it's your, deodorant, everything you wash with, it's everything. So we don't think about that, all those things. We just think of, moisturizers and things. My number one toxic ingredient is water. So in my opinion, the most toxic ingredient that you will find in skincare is water. And the reason I say that is because most companies are not using, purified water. It's tap water. And tap water is loaded with ingredients or things that we obviously don't even know. But when it's tested, let me tell you some of the things that they found in tap water. And here's the problem. When you look at a product, water is usually listed as the very first ingredient. And that means that the highest percentage is water. So it starts with the highest percentage on cosmetics and goes all the way down to the lowest percentage. So when water's listed as first, it could be up to 90% water. Between 75 and 90% water is an average when you see water listed first. And when there's water and oil, because most of the time they're going to have the hydration or moisture factor comes from oil, there has to be an emulsifier. And emulsifiers are most commonly toxic. And then if there's water, there also has to be something to keep it from, like, growing any kind of bacteria or mold. So it has to have the preservatives in it. And those are usually toxic as well. Here's the other problem with water. And as a woman who just turned 50, who wants to stay as young looking as possible, and I probably talk to a lot of women out there, even if you're not 50 or you're older than 50 or younger than 50, everyone wants to stay young looking. When water is the first ingredient on your beauty products, water is pulling moisture out of your skin. Water is not absorbed into your skin. It actually evaporates. And as it evaporates, it breaks down your sebum, which, like I said before, is protecting you. And it's keeping it, the sebum keeps the hydration level in your skin, the moisture in your skin. When you're breaking that down and breaking down your bacteria that live on your skin, you're prone to premature aging. Okay. So all of that is bad. But let me tell you the worst part about water. This is what they find in tap water. That tap water contains at least one of the following cancer-causing contaminants, and oftentimes they find more than one. So disease-causing bacteria is often found in water. Heavy metals. We think about heavy metal toxicity, and heavy metals are found in tap water. And if you're thinking about your skin and even showering, a lot of people, what I promote or tell people that follow me is to get a shower. You can buy, if you don't have a whole house water purification system, you can get a water purifier just for your shower head, and it will purify out heavy metals and all of the contaminants. And it's great, because if you're washing and showering in water that's contaminated, it can be a big source, especially if you have disease or problems and you can't pinpoint why. It could be related to some of the problems, what you're absorbing through your skin. gasoline solvents, synthetic chemicals like benzene and trichloroethylene have been found in tap water, industrial waste products, disinfectant byproducts, and also radioactive substances like uranium and radium and radon. So those are the things that you might be finding in your skincare. Isn't that awesome?
That's crazy. It's interesting that you said that the water
Moisture.
in there pulls moisture out of your skin. So I've never like used a moisturizer consistently in my life. Like maybe I've done like 2 weeks, maybe like consistently. And by God's grace, I have pretty young looking skin. I mean, I've got some age spots, but I don't really have a lot of wrinkles. And I've always thought like all these women that use so many moisturizers, I must be missing something, but maybe I was on the right track.
Well,
using it.
So, I wrote a book, and in my book, when I was, talking about men, because, men in skincare, men want to look young too. Like men are interested in this, and men are using more and more products. And in fact, what women use, men can use too. But men, they have less issues. And if you think about it, it's because they most likely are using less skincare products. They're probably not slathering on the body moisturizers like women are, and they're not putting makeup on. So there's at least 5 or 6 products that each have 5 or 6 or 10 ingredients. They might not be using as many styling agents. So like you said, you've skipped the moisturizer and your skin looks good. There's a good possibility it's because of the ingredients that were in there that are aging everybody else, but your body is producing sebum. It's producing normal amounts, and what your body needs, you've kept it normal. So you've actually probably protected yourself without even knowing it.
That's awesome. And it's like I was having a discussion with my daughters the other day about cholesterol, and it's not bad. Like God made it that we make cholesterol for protection, or God made it that we have oil in our skin for protection.
Right.
Just like, vaccines. Your body knows how to fight disease. Just let it do its job. Like locate and correct vertebral subluxation, get adjusted regularly, limit your toxicity, get sleep, like all of the things that we do when we're sick in order to regain our health. Let's do it on the front end to be healthy. So let me ask you this. Let's say someone is watching right now and they've been using toxic chemicals, even natural. So let's, if we can we go back to, yeah, but Trina, the products that I use, they say they're all natural. How do we become smart consumers with the all natural? I've noticed that, and you've, I'm sure, noticed it too, but now I'm starting to see that meat is getting like that natural sticker. And my brother and his wife, Kirsten, know tons about that. And that's kind of like a big, huge joke. But let's talk about what a joke it is in skincare, beauty products, and just like, like overall, whether it's our shampoo or that kind of thing. What does natural really mean?
So, yeah. And unfortunately, the cosmetic industry isn't regulated. So there are some rules and regulations. A product has to be a certain amount, have a certain amount of natural ingredients. And I honestly can't remember what that number is, if it's like 60 or 70%, because mine are 100%. So I don't even really remember what that number is. But looking at the back, I always urge people to just get in the habit of flipping over your product and looking at it. And if you see a big, if you see things that you don't recognize, most natural products, if it's a really good natural product, you're going to see a lot of different oils and a lot of different essential oils. Most of the time, if it's a really good product and they're using something that looks like it's not good, they'll put in parentheses that it's like plant-based this or plant-based that or oil-based something. So most good skincare is you're going to recognize the ingredients. You're going to see olive oil. You're going to recognize coconut oil. You might recognize like frankincense or myrrh as the essential oil. Those are the types of things. If you see things with numbers after them, that typically means it's lab produced or bad. Like initials like PEG, those are usually bad. Water, I always urge people, double check. If it says it's purified, some really good companies, I don't use water in my products at all. They're 100% active ingredients, which means zero water except in my tea-based, which would be a water-based toner. But everything else is just strictly the reason you're buying the product. But if you do have a product and you love it and you want to continue using it and it has water, check and see if it's purified. And if it doesn't say it's purified, most likely it's not purified. If it's the first ingredient, I always tell people it's your choice, but you're paying mostly for water. And then your active ingredient, the reason you're buying it is very, very little. So really what you want, what your skin really, really, really wants is an oil-based program, an oil-based skincare program. It's what crosses. So in fact, if it's water-based, it's not going to cross. So they have to put some sort of oil in there. And then they also put in things that increase penetration because they know that it has to be pushed across. So if they want an active ingredient, like I like to use L-ascorbic acid, it's the vitamin C, the big craze. In order to get L-ascorbic acid, which is water soluble only, into the skin, it has to be combined with something. Mm-hmm. So they combine it with a chemical that actually causes cell death, which I think is hysterical. Because you're buying this expensive vitamin C serum to promote beauty and vitality and beautiful skin and the most common ingredient they attach it to get it across your membranes causes cell death. So yes, that is astonishing. So I created my own vitamin C serum and I infuse berry-rich or vitamin C-rich berries, super berries, into oil. And then there's no need for the water and all the other stuff. So really, it's looking at the ingredients. I don't know if you've heard of the website EWG or the Skin Deep Environmental Working Group. But if you go to Skin Deep, I think it might be skindeep.com, you can type in and do a search either of ingredients, and they will tell you the toxicity level on a rate of 0 to 10, I believe is their scale. Or you can type in a product or a company. So if you typed in Primal Life Organics, which is my company, you would see a list of my products come up and the toxicity score. And most of mine, or all of mine, are zeros or ones. So they're very good.
So you want a low score.
You want a low score. Zero is the best. It means that it's complete toxin free. Now, the ones that get a 1, those are really good. And a lot of the, even natural essential oils can be listed, they'll list them as a 1 because of some of the things that some essential oils can do. But most of mine are all zeros or 1s. If you're looking at a 3 or a 4, that's kind of like if you're just using 1 or 2 products that are a 3 or 4, you're probably okay. But if every one of your products is 3, 4 or higher, you want to start making some switches.
And so let's talk about your products.
Yes.
So tell us the name again, and what is the website where we can go to?
So my website is primallifeorganics.com. So it's Primal Life Organics. And I started this company in 2012. And it's been such a fun company to run. I've pretty much made every product for myself or my family, and then basically get to share it with the world. I call this the extension of my nursing career. It's really my favorite job as a nurse because I get to help the world heal. I ship worldwide. I'm shipping around 10,000 packages a month, and I ship worldwide. And for me, it's like being a nurse that I'm just creating these things that help people heal all around the world. So it's really great. My number one, which is really kind of fun, my most popular product is, Think Dirty app is also great. You're right. Think Dirty is really good, Tara. Thank you. My entry product, most people find me because I have this thing called Dirty Mouth Tooth Powder. So you get to brush your teeth with powder. It's a dirt. It's 3 different clays. And for me, dental health is the key to internal health, just like your skin. Everything goes through your mouth. And if your membranes in your mouth, or if your gum tissue and your teeth aren't in good health, it's a portal of entry of disease and breakdown. internally, can cause inflammation, and we all know what inflammation leads to. So Dirty Mouth tooth powder is actually a powder made with 3 different clays, and you brush your teeth with it. It replaces toothpaste. It doesn't destroy the natural biome inside your mouth, so you actually end up with really fresh breath, because your natural bacteria gets destroyed by all the harsh toxins in toothpaste, which then causes a breakdown of your gum tissue and also causes a breakdown of your enamel. The other thing that this does is it not only, I mean, it cleans your teeth. Trust me, it cleans your teeth like the dentist does, but it also helps pull stains and whitens your teeth.
Nice.
And the biggest thing about it is that it has minerals. The clay has minerals in it to replace the minerals that you're losing from your teeth. So it's actually, I've had a lot of testimonies from people that it's actually healed cavities, as well as people that have needed root canals have been able to go without a root canal. It's actually healed their teeth so well. So
That's
it's really
awesome.
Yeah. So that's my number one product. But I make a lot of face care products. Deodorant is my deodorant's top notch. It uses minerals. It uses I made it baking soda free. I don't know if anybody out there has ever tried natural deodorant and broken out in a rash. But the main reason most people break out in a rash is because most natural deodorants use baking soda, and baking soda kills the bacteria, but it also changes the pH under your armpit. And that change in pH is what causes the breakdown of your skin. I used to be a burn nurse, so this is like I love this stuff. So it causes a burn, a breakdown, burn, rash. People call it all sorts of things, but it's really a burn under your arm. And it can be quite severe on some people, depending on the concentration of the baking soda. So what I did was mine is called the Stick Up natural deodorant, and it uses magnesium and zinc oxide to help prevent odor under your armpit. And then there's no baking soda. We use arrowroot powder, bentonite clay, and we have a black formula that uses charcoal as well to help pull toxins and keep you dry feeling.
That's awesome. Are you making all of these products yourself, or are you sourcing them?
I've formulated everything, and we still make everything in-house. We haven't started outsourcing anything. We're manufacturing and shipping, and we're the whole real deal here in Akron, Ohio. We're doing it all.
Wow, I love that. And all your products are sourced from the US?
Yep.
Wow, that's phenomenal. All right, primallifeorganics.com. So I'm just going to leave it open for a couple minutes. If you have any questions that you want to ask Trina, I know I have lots of things that I want to talk to you about off camera. Let me ask you this though. If someone watching would like to do an interview with you for their office, or like to be able to bring awareness to their practice members or to their community, is the best way to get to you like through Facebook? Should they go primallifeorganics.com? What is your recommendation?
So they can either send an email through my support, which is support@primallifeorganics, and then my support team will get it to me, or they can do my assistant, which is Briona. If you want to write this down, then you can tell everybody. It's Briona, BRYONNA at Primal Life Organics.
BRYONNA.
Yeah, at primallifeorganics.com. I might even be able to put that in the chat. Can I do that myself? Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Yeah. Chat with your guest. Yeah. Primal Life. So yeah, there's 2.
Do I have it right?
I posted it too, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
Let me see, because I can't see. Oh, let me get rid of that. There we go. Okay.
Awesome. Hey, I'm so excited that we did this, and I have so much to learn and to talk with you about. So as soon as we go off air, I will do that. But I encourage all of you, if you appreciate Trina's knowledge and, like Kirsten said, her passion and desire to help other people, please leave a comment and tell her thank you. Yeah. If you want to get in touch with her, I encourage you to do so. I know if I was in active practice right now, I would for sure want to be sharing this with my practice members so they would hold their adjustments longer, so they become more educated, so that they're not out of ignorance, like someone is dumb, right? But out of ignorance, like just I didn't know.
Most people don't know.
Yeah, they don't know. Help your practice members out, and let's all work together to continue to make our world healthier and safer.
Yeah,
Ahead,
and
Trina.
I love doing interviews, and even if you did a live with, if you had your clients come in, and I could do a live broadcast right there, and they can ask questions or whatever. I love doing stuff like that. I love doing Facebook lives, any kind of interview, podcast, things like that. I do those all the time. I talk a lot. I've got a bunch of topics. I could talk for hours, but yeah. So feel free. And the other thing is if anybody's interested in carrying it, we do offer wholesale retail as well. If anybody's interested in having anything in their office as well as options for their clients. So,
oh, nice. And they get in touch with you on that through primallifeorganics.com.
Yeah, either through the support or through Brianna, they can get in touch with me either way, or we'll figure it out from there. Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Love and appreciate you. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening. And Trina, just hold on just a second. After I go off, we'll be connected. So see ya. Thanks, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.